Hey guys, my name is Dwayne Durant. I'm a photographer slash content creator based here in Michigan, and in my last video we talked about the new Sony ZV-E1. And I told you guys I wasn't going to be spending my money on that camera. Instead, I decided to pick this up. This is the Sony FX30. I just picked this camera up not too long ago, and it is a huge step up from my Sony a6400. This thing is sporting a 26 megapixel APS-C sensor. It can shoot 4K up to 120 frames per second, and the best part, the part that I'm most excited about, is this thing shoots in 10-bit color. So since this thing shoots in 10-bit, that means I'll probably be learning DaVinci Resolve. At least the color grading portion. I'll probably still edit my videos in Final Cut Pro, but anyway. So now that I have a camera that can shoot in 10-bit, that means I can finally take full advantage of SLog. And yes, the a6400 does have SLog 2 and 3. The issue is that camera has an 8-bit codec, and shooting log in 8-bit is pretty much useless. Well, I won't say useless. There are a lot of cameras like the A7 III that shoot in 8-bit, and people still shoot that camera in log, and they get some pretty good images out of it. So I won't say useless, but it is a lot better grading 10-bit footage. Something else I really love about this camera is that it has a dual base ISO at ISO 800 and ISO 2500. And yes, I will be shooting a low light test with the FX30. Another thing that I'm really excited about with this camera is the stabilization modes. The a6400 that I was shooting on previously has 0 stabilization. Now you could use a gimbal with the a6400, and I've done that plenty of times, but having to lug around a gimbal every time you want to shoot video just isn't practical. But with the FX30, you now have IBIS, which is in-body image stabilization, which I'm super excited to try. Since my a6400 didn't have IBIS, I was always scared to shoot handheld, so I always brought a gimbal. But now I'm actually willing to give handheld shooting a try. Oh, and this camera also records as gyro data, which means I can take the footage that I get from this camera, throw it into Sony's Catalyst browse, and stabilize it that way. Now the FX30 has Sony's new menu system, which is a welcome change. A lot of people didn't really like the old Sony menu system. They said it was a bit wonky, for lack of better words. Now me personally, the a6400 was my first camera, so I didn't really have anything to compare it to. Therefore, I got used to the camera menu system pretty quickly, and I personally didn't have any complaints about it. But the FX30's new menu system is super intuitive, and I could see why a lot of people are saying that this menu is a lot better than the old menu. Mind you, this is a cinema camera, so I was expecting the menu system to be a lot more complicated, but that's not the case. Now there are a bunch of other features that the FX30 has, like focus mapping or breathing compensation, but I'm sure you guys have watched a ton of videos on this camera, so I'm gonna save you time. I am very happy with my purchase of the Sony FX30. If you guys have any questions regarding this camera, please drop them down in the comments below. I will be doing my best to answer all of them. Also, while you're down there, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so that you can watch more videos just like this one. Alright, that's the end of the video. You guys can be expecting a lot more Sony FX30 videos. Until then, take care. Peace.